first and 10. It's Wilson. Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Darren Lee, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. To try again after the sack. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Myers connects on the PAT. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
90 Wolf.
Looking to throw on second down. Moore. That one complete to Hill. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tyreek Hill made his return in Week 6 after being out since the opener, and he was good. His 9th game with 2 or more touchdowns since he came into the league back in 2016. During that span, by the way, 18 touchdowns of 40-plus yards. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On third down, Carson.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. Now Moore buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
Being chased out left. It fights him off. Staying on his feet. just keeping the play alive. Fighting for Wilson, hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. Fighting to stay upright. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Touchdown, Chiefs! And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted-for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson, rolling to his right. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Well, that catch certainly easier than the one Tyler Lockett made in the back left corner of the end zone in the Thursday night win over the Rams in Week 5. My goodness, that was incredible. In fact, the advanced metrics called it the most improbable catch in the NFL in the last 2 years. And if for some reason you missed it, look it up. Pretty impressive. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Caught by Wilson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend. Brandon, if you're not rooting for the defensive team, that was a fun play to watch. 4th down, all the throwing lanes are covered, and this guy says, let me do it myself, and shows off scrambling ability that you just can't teach.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes, forced out to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. On third down, here's Williams.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They ended up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Dancing to his left. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. On second down now, it's Carson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Buying time to his left, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
It got his man complete. A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes being chased out left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes steps away to it, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here.
And McCoy is in for a Kansas City touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Good
starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Flush to his right. That's caught by Hollister. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger. The football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way. But
Jammer runs to get clapped in a 1v1.
But we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to take it in. Able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Seattle's offense takes the field again. It's an offense that has been humming in 2019. They've scored at least 21 points in every game. They've also liked playing the AFC North. Week 6 with that win over the Browns, that makes them 3-0 against the division. And Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On second down, it's McCoy. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That second down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll go with McCoy. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. On 1st down, Wilson flush to his right. And I think the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He can, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And they will not. It's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. But I think the ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown sail. Tyler Lockett, 72 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shot.